today I have an advice for high school video because I graduated, so I figured I'm now qualified to make this video for you guys and to talk about all 4 years of high school. So I think I have about 3 tips for each year, and I think they might help you guys. I know this is going to be uploaded at an awkward time considering most of you guys are already getting out for summer, but you can always just watch it for next year or just watch it at a later time. So whatever you guys want to do, it's totally fine with me. So first I'm going to start with freshman year. Freshman year is always really scary. I know I'm a little bit nervous to go into my freshman year of college, but I'm very, very excited. So I hope that you guys that are going into high school as freshmen next year, I hope you guys are really, really excited because it's a really cool transition, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun. So don't you worry, it'll be fine. Freshman tips. One, I have my paper here, sorry. One is get to know the campus or the building that you're going to be in and taking classes in. This is a really important thing because if you don't know where your classes are and you don't know where you're going, then you're going to have some really awkward situations. One being walking into class really, really late. I did that like 18 times my first week of school freshman year, and it's always more awkward walking in late because then everyone stares at you. It's not that big of a deal, so if you are late, like, don't freak out, but it is nice to know where you're going beforehand. And if you can, find like walking buddies, someone who has the next class with you, so that when you leave one class you can walk with them. So if you are late, at least you have someone there with you, so it's not as awkward and embarrassing. The next thing is more along the line of academics, and it is to find a study place or a place that you feel comfortable doing work in, whether it's at your house or the library or anything like that. You want to establish a strong work ethic from the very beginning so that you can go in full throttle and you can get good grades and stay focused. So really work on your work ethic and make sure that you can find like a nice balance between you know, social life and schoolwork, because for some people, high school might be more difficult than their elementary or grade school experience. You definitely want to try to figure out how you work best. And the last tip is kind of obvious, but I think a lot of people kind of shy away from doing this, and it is to talk to people in all different groups. You don't want to just isolate yourself to one group, because I know with me, at least my senior year, I started talking to a lot of people that I hadn't talked to before, and it was, you know, a little too late, not necessarily too late to spark a friendship or something, but it would have been nice to have that friendship all 4 years instead of just for the last year of high school. So really start to talk to people outside just your group of friends, because there are people you're going to click with in every group, and you don't want to just hide away and not make those connections with people. And you will find your niche, you'll find your group of friends, but don't be afraid to just break apart and do your own thing too. Okay, sophomore year. Something I really recommend sophomore year is to join some new clubs or activities, because I know for me, I did not do a lot my freshman year because I just had so much stuff going on. It's a really big transition, and sometimes you just get kind of lost, so you don't sign up for new clubs or anything like that. But sophomore year is a great time to do that and really spread your wings and try things that you normally wouldn't try. And make sure at the same time you are prioritizing your activities, because you don't want to do too many things and then not be able to handle them all. So make sure you're prioritizing and you know what is the most important, and if you can handle doing some things, then just don't take them on for that year, and you can always do it the following year. Another big tip for sophomore year especially, you really have to try to make study groups, which sounds really weird and like lame and nerdy, but it'll help you so much, and it's also a great way to bond with people in a different way. It's one thing to learn from a teacher, but learning from your peers is so much different, and I find that sometimes it's even more influential. Okay, and another tip, academically, sophomore year was the hardest for me. That might have just been my school and the classes I chose to take that year, but it was really challenging for me. So I recommend that you guys not get super stressed out. I actually had to go to the doctors because I was having, not panic attacks, but like breathing problems because I was so overworked and really stressed out. And which is like sounds crazy, but that's what happened to me in my case. So I really recommend that you remember to eat breakfast and eat lunch. You have to eat breakfast. I know a lot of people will just skip breakfast, but breakfast is really important, and part of a healthy diet is to eat all 3 meals. So if you want to stay healthy, you want your skin to stay nice, you want just to be more there in the moment and not as stressed and overworked, you really have to make sure you're eating balanced meals and doing all that good stuff. So don't let the stress of sophomore year just eat you alive. Just beware. But sophomore year is really fun too because you have all the Sweet 16s and everything like that. Okay, moving on. Next is junior year. One really important thing for a junior year, which I guess you need to know at the end of your sophomore year so that you could sign up for classes, is to step out of your comfort zone with your classes. My junior year, I actually took an advanced literature class, which was really a big challenge for me, but it was so rewarding, and I actually mixed with people that I hadn't had classes with previously because I was always in a lower level, so I moved up to that higher level, and I'm very, very happy I did, and it was just a great experience, and I really recommend that if you are, you know, hesitant about moving up to another class, just try it out. And I think even though your junior year is considered your most important year, I think it is a great year to challenge yourself, and it'll also look really good on college when you're sending your college stuff in if you have like, oh, that was weird, if you have like advanced classes on there. So that's something to consider. And going along with that, don't let, this is another tip, it's pay attention, all you juniors. Don't let the stress of this is your most important year get to you, because that is no way to go through a year in school. You don't want that pressure on your shoulders just like weighing you down, like this is it, you have to get good grades if you want to get into college. Yes, just perform well and do your best. There's no need to completely overwork yourself and just be miserable. Just do your best like you have every other year and try your hardest. Basically what I'm saying is try your best without completely exhausting yourself. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. Okay, and the last tip for all of you juniors is to take the ACT or the SAT one time, at least one time, at the end of your junior year or like the junior summer. I took the SAT 3 times, and I took them all during my junior year. One was like in the summer going into my senior year, but you really need to take the SAT or the ACT at least one time in that junior year period, because you do not want to leave it for the beginning of senior year because you have so much college stuff to do then, and you really don't want to be stressed out with taking the SAT. So moving on to senior year, one of the things that I really cannot stress enough is to give yourself time to work on all your college stuff. Now, if you can start in the summer, I really recommend being proactive about this because it's not the type of thing that you can leave to the last minute, no matter what you think. If you're the best procrastinator in the world, no, you need to focus and get all of your college materials done and out of the way relatively early in your senior year. Make sure you're checking your deadlines on everything. Make lists of your deadlines. That'll really help you out. Make sure you know if there's any supplemental materials that you need. And if you want, make sure you take advantage of like early action or rolling admissions. Just be aware of all those different types of things so that when you apply to colleges, you're early on the deadline and everything goes smoothly. Also, another tip, that's something that I did. I made a little folder for each of the colleges that I applied to with any information that I had on that college, about the deadlines, about the school itself, academics, anything like that. I just had a folder for each college. Really helped me stay organized to figure out which colleges I wanted to apply to and all that good stuff. So that's really something to take seriously, and yeah, so definitely stay on top of that at the beginning of your senior year. Another word of wisdom, do not get too crazy with your senioritis, people, okay? Senioritis should not start until approximately, senioritis can only be 1 month time span, okay, people? Do not abuse the senioritis. Just really, you need to work your butt off senior year. Whoever said colleges don't look at your senior year report card was a liar. They do. They actually look heavily on it. So make sure you don't start slacking off and just throwing away all your schoolwork, because you really need to stay on top of things and finish strong. But at the same time, my last tip is to branch out. Talk to new people in your class, try new things, and just have fun, because senior year is a great time to bond with your class, to have an awesome time, and the memories from that year are going to last forever. So even though academics are super important for your senior year, you still want to have a great time and have a lot of fun. So yeah, those are my tips. I really hope you guys liked this. If you have any questions about high school, please let me know, because like I said, I'm a graduate now, so I have, a little bit of information stored up here that can maybe help you guys out. Ask me on Twitter, ask me in the comments section, I will try to answer. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.